Uncle Chunt.
Hey guys, Uncle Chunt here. It's been a while, I know. Been a lot of life changes and everything happening on at the moment, but I really wanted to do a video on this. As you can see, I've just been watching the Justice League trailer from Comic Con. I've seen it a bunch of times now. I just want to make some comments on it, so here we go. If I feel like I'm lacking a bit of energy in this video, it's because I've been running back and forth between a couple of like Sydney and Newcastle since I've moved down here. It's like a 2-hour or so drive each way. I've been going back and forth, running around town, interviews and all that, and bed hopping between different families' spare beds. So I'm not quite settled. So I'm just a bit worn down. I'm excited. Don't get me wrong. It's just my energy levels are a bit down. That's all. Right off the bat, you can tell the color palette's a little different based on previous trailers. I would say this has got something to do with how Joss Whedon's taken over completing the job. This is still very much a Zack Snyder film, but he's come in to complete it. So I would assume that he would be, well, I guess working with some of the reshoots. He might want to retool the film a little bit with recoloring, changing the palette a little bit. You can tell if you go back and watch a previous trailer, one of the first ones, you can tell that there's more like saturation and contrast going on, whereas it seems to be a bit pulled back and the colors brought forward a bit. It's a bit brighter overall. Even though Superman's not in this trailer per se, he's still there technically because the Man of Steel theme's playing in the background behind everything, which just lends to the tease even further that he's there, and we're not going to see him until we see the movie. The trailer overall just really feels like a Justice League movie. Like, it doesn't feel like just another kind of smashed together thing that some people are saying it is, but it feels like a legit Justice League film. The action looks amazing in it. Zack Snyder's always been great for that. I can't wait to see this on the big screen. There's definitely a bit more of a light-hearted vibe in it, some more quips in there. Hopefully not too much. I don't need this to be a Joss Whedon Avengers slapstick. I like what DC is doing, and I hope they don't verge away too far from that, but from what I'm seeing so far, I'm really liking this new trailer. We don't get to see Steppenwolf too much in this. At least we get to see the main villain at least partially, and his quote over the top is just epic. Like when he mentions no lanterns, it's just definitely confirming that Green Lanterns do exist in this world, and he's like, no Kryptonians, this world is unprotected, it'll go down easy like the other ones, or however he says it. That's just awesome, and we get to see where he comes from just briefly. Hopefully we get to see Darkseid in here as well. I know it's been rumoured around the traps, but nothing like too confirmed. Hopefully we do. We get to see boom tubes, man. Like boom tubes appearing on Themyscira. That's just epic. Like now we know boom tubes exist, it's definitely going to lead back to Apocalypse, and that introduces the new gods and all. Cyborg looks great, Flash looks great, his lines are funny. Definitely get the sense that Cyborg and the Flash are new to this whole deal. We already knew Cyborg was new to this because based on that tape, he was just a mere corpse in Batman vs Superman until the Mother Box turned him into Cyborg, and we know that Flash and he both became who they are based on accidents, so it's all very timely. I mean, when you consider that the DC movie universe has only got a handful of films in it, it definitely still feels like a very realized world already. Just goes to show that you don't need like 10 movies or anything like that to build up a world. If you do it correctly, you can world build really fast, and not fast in a rushed, hurried kind of way, but just in like in a believable, these things exist in this world that we're watching. Aquaman's definitely going to be the shine in this movie. I'm glad. Like, Aquaman's an awesome character, but he gets a lot of flack, unwarranted. So hopefully this will put all those poo-poo naysayers to bed, and just to show that Aquaman can be awesome. The part alone in the trailer where he sky surfs the parademon right through the building, comes out the other end and just flips his hair out like a total dude. I'm sold on that alone. I was already sold on him, but that's just like, holy shit, that much better. There's a lot to like in this trailer. We got 4 minutes of it, and we definitely get a vibe of the movie without seeing too much, and it doesn't look like anything's been spoilt either, which is great. The one tease at the very end, I've analysed the last bunch of frames a lot today, just to see if I can pick up anything, if there's like a huge change of green somewhere in the reflection of the glass, or something to do with, you can see in Alfred's glasses a point, a light source that doesn't move anytime he moves his head. You know, is that going to be a Green Lantern like emblem glow or what? I don't know. I mean, I'm looking into it. I'm wanting to see things that might not be there, but it's definitely, he's referencing to Superman, because Alfred says,
"You said you'd come. Now let's hope you're not too late."
We hope that you're not too late. It's not obvious, but he enunciates the word hope, or pronounces it and makes it emphasize a bit more. Just that one word a little bit more than the others. That references to Superman, as in the S stands for hope. And in the corner of the panel there, you can see a little, like the shoulder of his cape, a bit of red there. It's Superman. A lot of people are reading into it that it's got to be Shazam or Supergirl or something like that. I'm just piecing the scene together where the glass vibrates and the ripples in the glass, like Jurassic Park. There's a bang, bang, like on the ground, and that might just be like Superman busting out of the regeneration cell or something, like the solar regeneration cell is busting out, comes topside, greets Alfred, and Alfred's like, you know, cool, he said you'd come, you know, hopefully not too late type deal. That's just how I see the scene panning out. A lot of people are suggesting that it might be Supergirl or Shazam, because Shazam's the next movie along in production, but it's only just been announced, so I don't think they would throw Shazam in a Justice League film that's been in production for a couple of years now. Just seems a bit too forward. Even though some people are saying, well, maybe Green Lantern's there with Superman, but Green Lantern should be giving off a lot of green ambient light, especially if he's just appeared, or just from his suit or his emblem alone. I don't know. I mean, we can hypothesize and dream and think we're seeing things that are there that aren't, but just trying to be real about it. I think this is, at a base level, it's Superman coming out of the regeneration chamber, coming topside to meet Alfred, and then we get to see him reveal himself to the team in the midst of battle. I think that's how it's going to go. There's a lot more that can be said about this trailer, but I think it speaks for itself. It's pretty obvious. It looks amazing from what it is. I can't ask for much more besides this. I just want to see Superman. I want to see the movie already. Like November, it's not too far away. We're mere months away from it. It's definitely this year. This movie is something I've been waiting for something I never thought that would come to fruition ever, let alone, you know, an Avengers film. We're lucky, very lucky in this age, golden age of comic books and superheroes. I don't tend to whinge a lot these days. I've just accepted what we're getting and just love it all. And try not to nitpick it too much, just to complain. We should be lucky or thankful that we're getting any of these at all. And I say that coming from someone that's grown up, you know, as a kid in the 90s, where we were lucky to have anything. We had two good Superman films, one or two good Batman films, and a whole bunch of bad other superhero films, and they were like every 4 or 5 years or once a decade or something. You know, so what we're getting now, like 1 or 2 every year, that's just amazing to me. So I'm just gonna accept and love it all, and just get hyped. Obviously, if something's really bad and really shit, I'll call it out, but for a while now, they've been knocking it out of the park. I can't complain about too much. I'm just gonna nom 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 nom. So anyway, what did you think about this trailer? I'm super hyped. Hopefully you are. There's a lot of people that are saying, oh, I'm gonna see this movie when it hits the trash bin. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, really? How can you watch this and be like, oh, it's garbage? You know, oh, the CG's crap. Like, it looks amazing, flawless, you know, like, I don't understand. Like, they just want this movie to fail. I don't want to deal with those kind of people. So, let me know what you think. Even if you are those people, if you want to rant on my comment section, just make yourself look like a fool, go ahead and do so, but I'll just ignore you. If you want to have some constructive conversation on what the trailer is, or if you don't see how I see it, if you see something else, I'm definitely interested to hear. I'm open to anything at the moment, because, you know, the imagination is wild. We haven't seen the film yet, so it could be anything. Any of us could be right. So if you're new to the channel and you notice there's not a lot recently, I'm going to make a separate video to explain what's going on and my goals in coming back to the channel. It's just been a lot of life stuff that's been changing lately, and I haven't had the time to focus on any of it on my channel, that is. It's something I really want to get back to because I'm missing it. It's an outlet that I've had for a while now that I'm missing now, and I want to get back to it. So I'll make a video on that later and just explain what's going on. But if you're still subscribed and you see this video, thanks for hanging around. You know, your support means a lot. I hope to grow this into something that's actually feasible for me and something that you enjoy as far as the content goes. It will happen. I just need to get back into put the effort in once life settles down a bit. But when I do come back, hopefully I'll have a plan together, and I can put forward some kind of like a Patreon service or something to make this an actual goer. But I'll make a video about that later and upload it at a later stage. But Justice League, man, holy mackerel, bring it on.
Uncle Chunt.